Hello fellow unicorns, welcome to another video, and today we have another style challenge influenced by Apple Black by Whyt Manga, my very own good friend, and his amazing original manga I just had to read upon. I will be linking all of the purchase links down below, and this amazing dude has such a backstory to tell. I will be drawing my very own Kea, which you will be able to see in my previous videos as another type of style challenge being drawn in his very own Apple Black style. But before I start talking about this process, I just wanted to mention that Whyt Manga, otherwise known as Odunze Ogugo, I hope I pronounced that right, he has been my very good online colleague and friend for many years, and we have both developed from being just these two starstruck kids wanting to draw manga to full-fledged YouTubers. I ended up being a manga teacher and a YouTuber, and he ended up being the leader. Well, I think he is one of the main admins of Saturday AM, one of the biggest websites for Western original manga, which is almost like having your own version of Shonen Jump magazine, but online version. I can't even start to tell you guys how proud I am of him and his entire team. We both started off just as kids, just as enthusiastic manga illustrators, and he became an author of such an amazing manga piece. Each page has been illustrated to the fullest. Like, he didn't even like stop and just try to skip and do all of those little manga tricks mangakas usually do by skipping or tracing backgrounds. He literally created his own backgrounds, his own character designs. Yeah, his style is very similar visually with certain styles like Bleach and Naruto, but still you can see his own spirit inside. His main character Sano is this amazing little dude with, like, I almost had Avatar The Last Airbender vibe while reading his manga, so I definitely recommend you guys check out his manga. It's been written and drawn with so much love. I can't even start to tell you guys that just reading his manga has been such a refreshment, because a lot of manga today from Japan only consist out of like cute little girls, and all of that shonen energy has been killed off. So what I definitely see in his manga is this shonen energy just being thrown at us in its very own core shape, and that's definitely a reason why I'm so friggin' proud of him, because he has been doing this for years without any outside help or support except for his own followers. And also, if you guys haven't already, please subscribe to him. I will be linking that as well. But let's get back to my original character Kea and the rendition of her in the style of Whyt Manga's Apple Black, and I can definitely see some stuff about him that I haven't noticed before. When I try to reenact a person's art style, I try to use the same tools that they use. I try to press the pencil or the fine liner or any type of inking tool the way they do, and I figured out that he mostly uses his fingertips to draw. This is evident in his sharp lines and sharp shapes, and even the textures he leaves with the Copic markers. If you take a closer look, you will see that there is a lot of texture in it that literally shows us, like, I'm doing like this artsy CSI type of a moment. I'm sorry for that, but I really love just seeing how other people work, how they paint, how they use their art supplies. So I definitely like noticed that he does use fingertips a lot. I usually use the base of my palm to do all of the pressure on my art tools, but he uses his fingertips, and this creates an entire different style. And I just love that I got got the opportunity to reenact his own style, which made my character, as you can see her in the lower right part of the screen, completely different from my usual style. Also, his eyes are so expressive and so particular, and I just love how all of his characters do look like teenagers or kids, but they do look more mature than mine. Like when I do my feminine or cutesy characters, I make them look like dolls, but he manages to make them look young and still make them look really, really interesting and a bit more of an adult kind of a design. So I try to reenact the same way that he uses his Copics as well. He leaves a lot of white areas for shiny bits of hair on the edges. I just noticed that he doesn't really like to use Copics that much, so that he uses layers and layers and layers of them. I see that he actually tries to save up on Copic markers. Maybe he doesn't have too many of them, but that doesn't really matter because it's the same with Japanese mangaka. They usually have their manga drawn only in black and white and don't really use that much of color, that much of Copics. Copics are indeed expensive, so their main tools are the black and white tools, the inking tools and the whiteout tools. I also noticed that he uses a lot of black areas, and I noticed that his line arts can be very specific and fastly drawn, and I can definitely see why, because his manga comics actually contain hundreds and hundreds of pages, and each page contains at least several full drawn scene of multiple characters, background, shading and stuff like that. So to be able to do this amount of work and not to die, you definitely need to do your work fast, which can influence your style by making your lines a little bit more raggedy or a bit more sharp. But that's okay, because I definitely am satisfied with my result of Apple Black Style Challenge. I hope you liked today's video, and if you did, leave a like. And of course, if you want to support Apple Black and Whyt Manga, make sure to follow the links down below and purchase your own copy. I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and if you would like to learn how to draw manga, please check out my book Manga Crash Course, available in 4 different languages, as well as my latest book Manga Crash Course Fantasy.